Dancing. It's like walking forward and backward at the same time, but not just walking, but as if you're on a conveyor belt. And it's hard to explain. If he was in front of me, I could show him how to do it with my fingers or with my feet, but maybe he could see at the end of the Jam video where I'm trying to show Michael Jordan how to do it step by step. That's the only time I think I showed it.
Where did the moonwalk come from, actually?
Well, the moonwalk came from these beautiful children, these black kids who live in the ghettos and, you know, the inner cities, who are brilliant. They just have that natural talent for dancing. Any of the new the Running Man, any of these dances, they come up with these dances. All I did was enhance the dance.
Okay, I want to see you dance. I want to see you dance.
No.
I want to see you dance live.
No, I can show you a step or two,
okay.
But I'm a little rusty right now.
A little rusty.
Well, that's the moonwalk. Wait, did you catch it from the sideways?
Got to turn sideways?
Are you from the front?
Yeah, we got you.
From the sideways.
Okay, just show me slow motion. Could you show me slow motion?
Okay. Wait. It's like, it's pushing and then there's, it's mainly like a popping type of thing.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I saw it live. I saw it live. I saw it live.
Well, that's the moonwalk. Wait, did you catch it from the sideways?
Got to turn sideways?
Are you from the front?
Yeah, we got you.
From the sideways.
Okay, just show me slow motion. Could you show me slow motion?
Okay. Wait. It's like, it's pushing and then there's, it's mainly like a popping type of thing. Well, I'm sorry.
I saw.
Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't. Because there's other kinds of sounds of music that I love to do. It hurts what is inside of me and it can't get out and it's hidden from the world. When I do those solo albums and I'm doing all kinds of different music, it's wonderful. I feel like I'm accomplishing what I'm supposed to do.
And you don't feel guilty or worried about your brothers?
No, because they understand. Why hide something? Why hide it? Share it.
You don't want to stop?
No, don't stop till you get enough.
And you haven't had enough?
No way. No way. The thing I like most about being on stage is making people happy. Because I feel I'm here on earth for a reason, and I think that's my job to do that. I've been doing it for so long, and as long as the people enjoy it, I'll always be happy.
Yeah. For me, I always have to hear it twice.
2 times?
Yeah.
2 times?
Even if I love it, I want to hear it again. But I loved it. To take it a step forward and to innovate, or else why am I doing it? I don't want to be just another can in the assembly line. You know, I want to, create, do something that's totally different and unusual. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like what all songwriters say. It's true. It's like you don't write the song writes itself, and it just kind of falls into your lap. It's like when you say, gee whiz, did I do this? It was that sort of thing.
Is video the same, or is video more work?
Kind of. I think so. It's a cousin of the same creative, intent. I think. You let it create itself. Really, I know I do. A dance number where I told my sister Janet, I said, you remind me of a Black Panther. I said, why don't you do something where you transform into a Black Panther and you transform it to yourself again. She said, I like it, but she didn't go with it. Because we all, the two of us, we always think alike. So I told her I was going to do it, so I did it. And in the dance, I said, I want to do a dance number where I can just let out my frustration about, you know, injustice and prejudice and racism and bigotry. And within the dance, I just became upset and I let go, you know, and that's what happened. And I think at the time, people were concerned about the violent content of the piece, but it's like easy to look at. It's simple. It makes me think of the song and working with Quincy Jones and all those wonderful people. I love Quincy. He's a wonderful guy to work with. And I remember him telling me to write a song that I would enjoy, you know, with an edge. So I went in my room and wrote Beat It. I don't know why, but I did. About, you know, two gangs coming together. And the song is so self-explanatory that it's so easy to make this short film. And I had seen, I think it was a McDonald's commercial, and I said, God, I like the rhythm and the cut of this commercial. I said, I want this director for this piece. So I reached out to him.
So that was Steve Barron. Not Steve, I'm sorry, Giraldi.
Bob Giraldi, better than me. Yeah, Bob was cool.
Different because it really doesn't have anything to do with the lyrics of the video. It's kind of a whole different thing. How'd you come up with that?
It's kind of surreal and it's different. I didn't come up with that concept. It was, I think, a British fellow.
Steve Barron.
Yeah, Steve Barron. He just had all these different and I thought he had wonderful ideas, but I let him go with it. The only part I wrote in the piece was, I said, I just want a section. I said, give me a section where I could dance a little. Because he said no dancing in the whole piece. He said, no dancing. I said, just give me one little moment. So that whole section where you see this long street and this billboard of these two girls, one of them is Billie Jean and I'm dancing. That's the only part I contributed. Thing to work on, because I remember my original approach was, how do you make zombies and monsters dance without it being comical? So I said we have to do just the right kind of movement so it doesn't become something that you laugh at, but it just has to be, you know, take it to another level. So I got in a room with Michael Peters, and he and I together kind of imagined how these zombies should move by making faces in the mirror. And I used to come to rehearsal sometime with monster makeup on, and I loved doing that. So he and I collaborated, and we both choreographed the piece. And I thought I should start, you know, like that kind of thing. Then go into this kind of jazzy step, you know.
It's awesome.
Kind of gruesome things like that, you know. Not too much ballet or whatever.
Right. It has that stiff movement to it.
Yeah. I knew if we did something with substance and content that people would watch, and it had great entertainment value, and if it held you, I knew we'd be okay. And that was the idea, you know.
When you made the video, when you were making it, when you finished it, did you realize just what you'd accomplished, that this was going to be this groundbreaking?
When I was in the editing room, I knew I liked it. I enjoyed it. You know, it has to be satisfying for me. And I enjoyed what I had seen when we finished it. So I was happy with it. Never totally satisfied, but I was happy.
What about it would you have changed if you could?
I'm not always happy with certain cuts and angles and the timing and, you know, those sort of things, you know.
Your own worst critic, huh?
Yeah, it has to be just right.
When I create my music, I feel like an instrument of nature. I wonder what delight nature must feel when we open our hearts and express our God-given talents. The sound of approval rolls across the universe, and the whole world abounds in magic. Wonder fills our hearts for what we have glimpsed for an instant, the playfulness of life. I don't really play an instrument. I play drums.
You do play an instrument.
Just a cheechy-weechy bit of piano.
He plays enough to write hits.
Yeah. See, but I think I have the I think the mind is enough alone, because I hear what I want.
You can hear it. And you can
I have a
sing it
whole
to
orchestra
somebody.
up here, a whole orchestra, and I hear it,
Right.
and I interpret it to musicians, and they put it down. It's like Stevie, he doesn't write music or read music, nor does Paul McCartney, and he still can't today. You just feel it. Really.
Yeah, now you heard me.
It stopped again, not me. You're good.
No, it's the automation.
I think we have it. I think we have it.
It's the automation.
Great, Mike.
That sounds good, though.
This is just a sample of Michael's
I want to say
genius.
instrument is here.
It's his head. It's his brain, yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that intuitive? What is that?
It's a gift.
I
Genius.
think it's a gift from God.
Ondos.
I like to create. I constantly coming up with different songs and different ideas and looking and prying into the future, the sound of tomorrow. And because the music is constantly changing, minute by minute. And it's important not to become old hat.
I love great talent. People like Chaplin. I mean, God, how could you not admire his genius? He was the king of pathos. I mean, he knew how to touch your heart, and he knew how to make you laugh and cry at the same time. I mean, he was the master of that. And I find some of that in what I do. I relate to him. I sometimes feel like I am him. I like to dance very much, so sometimes I'll close myself in a room and I'll just put on spotlights and put on my sister's music, Janet's music, and I'll dance and discover new things where where I can go with my body. I always tell her my favorite song of hers is Rhythm Nation and The Knowledge, because I love the bass lick. It really just makes me crazy. It makes me wild.
Inspired to me by, I spent a lot of time in the forest. I like to go into the forest, and I like to climb trees. My favorite thing is to climb trees. I go all the way up to the top of a tree, and I look down on the branches. Whenever I do that, it inspires me for music. And there are these two sweet little kids, a girl and a boy, and they're so innocent. They're the quintessential form of innocence. And just being in their presence, I felt completely speechless, because I felt I was looking in the face of God whenever I saw them. And they inspired me to write Speechless.
The moon is out. Most beautiful part of the day. I can see some of the stars coming out. Very beautiful. Everything comes to life. The fireflies are in the trees, and everything's becoming magic. It is, I would say it is my favorite part of the day, dawn and dusk. There's a certain magic about it. It does seem like everything that prey upon the night starts to, come out, be it the creatures, be it the birds that return to their nests. I like dawn also. Some psychologists say that dusk, for a lot of creative people, you reach your alpha state subconsciously, and you become more creative at certain parts of the day. But for me, it can be any time, I just like creating. It's no special time, but this is really magic to me, because it's like a painting. It's very artistic. It's magic. It's so wonderful. Just the sound of water is magic. It's really beautiful. Sit here and relax. Hi.
With all the lights around here on the house, what kind of a mood are you trying to capture? What have you had in mind?
I think with any type of creation, you create what's inside of you. Subconsciously, what influences you. I'm a fantasy fanatic, and anything that took you off into another world, escapism, that's what I like. I'm not so crazy about the reality of everything. I like a lot of fantasy, and that's what I try to create.
To get away. To become moved. To become moved. Can you see me?